Now to a Channel 2 Action News investigation. They handed their keys to a valet and a couple of weeks later got a big parking violation bill in the mail.
It's been happening at a Brookhaven restaurant. Channel 2 consumer investigator Justin Grace here. And Justin, these non-payment bills are for more than $100.
And they threaten to send you to collections if you don't pay up in 30 days. It's one thing if you parked where you weren't supposed to, but very different if you followed the rules and still got a bill.
I'm really staring because I'm like, what is this?
A notice of non-compliance, a $104 parking bill in Tamara Wahisi's mailbox from a company called Parking Revenue Recovery Services.
I stared at it wondering where I had been, and it dawned on me that this is from the night of the restaurant where I paid to valet park.
The bill has photos of Tamara's car and her license plate from the night she had dinner with family at CNS Seafood in Brookhaven, where she paid to valet.
I didn't drive the car into a parking deck or out of the parking deck. I valet parked.
Tamara thought it was just a mix-up until her brother-in-law got one too and filed a dispute with Parking Revenue Recovery Services.
They denied his dispute.
They denied the dispute, even with the evidence that we had paid to be at the restaurant during that time frame.
Big number on it. $104 fee.
Sandra Appleton also got one of the notices in the mail after dinner at CNS.
And when I went in the parking deck, I took the ticket.
And had it validated and signed. Her coworker, Rhonda Kearney, got a bill too.
So how did we all get tickets? It's just baffling.
They both work with us in our Cox Media Group corporate offices and discovered several coworkers who went to a company dinner got the same bills, even though they paid to park different ways.
What kind of company will give you a ticket, whether you valeted, self-parked, or parked in the parking deck? Yeah. It didn't matter.
So Channel 2 Action News did some digging on that company, Parking Revenue Recovery Services. It uses AI technology to monitor gateless lots across the country 24/7. But in 2023, the Colorado Attorney General announced a more than $100,000 settlement with PRRS for collecting for parking that was already paid for or not owed at all. And this year, a proposed class action lawsuit was filed against PRRS, claiming that, quote, its systems are engineered to confuse consumers and extract unauthorized fees.
How do you dispute it when you don't have paper proof? You just have your word.
PRRS co-founder John Conway told me there's been confusion with his staff at this location because multiple other valet companies who are not related to the building have been illegally parking cars there. In a statement, he acknowledges there have been mistakes. Quote, everyone involved with this situation could have done better. We are providing additional training to our dispute professionals, and we are encouraging the valet company to provide additional training to their valets. John Conway also has his own podcast, All Things Parking. And this is what he said there about customer complaints.
Well, you know, all these complaints surrounding parking have gone up. And it's like, well, that's because the technology now is, one, holding people accountable.
But Tamara Wahisi says it's Conway's company, PRRS, that should be held accountable.
And it'd be one thing if you did something wrong.
Right, absolutely, which I did not. I followed the rules, so it's very surprising.
Yeah, no, the valet company Eagle Parking never responded to us. CNS Seafood tells us in a statement, CNS is fully aware of the parking issue and has taken proactive steps to address it. They tell me they're frustrated. They've been led to fix a problem they did not create. CNS says the parking enforcement has now stopped and says that anyone who got one of these bills should reach out directly to them.
And as you and I were saying, so often we don't really pay attention. So the wildest thing about this is when customers showed up and showed you what was going on, what happened?
Yeah, and that is the same thing that they said in the complaint in Colorado. Now, PRRS's owner did tell me that they do millions of spots around the country. They monitor only 5% get a ticket, and very few of those, he says, are mistakes. But in this case, clearly, mistakes.
You had 3 mistakes right there on the screen.
Yeah, and a lot more we talked to as well.
Wow.
And they each parked differently, as we talked about.
Yeah.
All right, Justin, great.